arrived when we must face realistically the startling fact that since 1958, crime in this country has increased 5 times faster than our population growth. Serious crimes, murder, forcible rape, robbery, burglary, aggravated assault, automobile theft have mounted steadily since the end of World War II. In 1951, these crimes for the first time topped the 1 million mark, and more than 2.25 million serious crimes were reported during 1963. Even more ominous is the fact that this terrifying spiral in crime has come about through a growing wave of youthful criminality across the nation. Last year, for the 15th consecutive year, crimes involving our young people increased over the previous year. For all serious crimes committed in the United States in 1963, youthful offenders were responsible for a staggering 72% of the total arrests for these felonious crimes. What a grim and unhappy commentary on the moral climate of this great nation. The moral strength of our nation has decreased alarmingly. We must return to the teachings of God if we are to cure this sickness. These shocking statistics, together with the public's apparent indifference to them, are indicative of the false morality we are tolerating today. It is a false code which is based on the worship of things of man's own creation. It is as imperfect and feeble as man is himself. However captivating to the senses, this type of moral climate cannot give the support nor the strength which is so vital to our national survival. Foundations upon which successful government must stand. Without law and order, society will destroy itself. It is a great misfortune to cry liberty when they really mean license. Justice has nothing to do with expediency. It has nothing to do with temporary standards. It cannot and will not permit the FBI to be used to superimpose the aims of those who would sacrifice the very foundations on which our government rests. I take humble pride in emphatically stating here tonight that as long as I am director of the FBI, it will continue to maintain its high and impartial standards of investigation despite the hostile opinions of its detractors. Furthermore, the FBI will continue to be objective in its investigations and will stay within the bounds of its authorized jurisdiction, regardless of pressure groups which seek to use the FBI to attain their own selfish aims to the detriment of our people as a whole. Unfortunate awareness. We mollycoddle young criminals and release unreformed hoodlums to prey anew on society. The bleeding hearts, particularly among the judiciary, are so concerned for the young criminals that they become indifferent to the rights of law-abiding citizens. We must have judges with courage and a high sense of their duty to protect the public and to adequately penalize criminals if we are to stop the spread of serious and dangerous crimes against society. We must adopt a most realistic attitude toward this critical problem. We have tried the lenient approach, and it has failed. It is a fashion of attainment. I believe in the omnipotence of the human spirit. Man has repeatedly shown that he can both make and master circumstances. It will take this type of determination on the part of the majority of our people if we are to halt the increasing numbers of our young people from swelling the crime statistics. We badly need a moral reawakening in every home in our nation. The voices of temperance, logic, and emergency must speak out. Terrorism cannot be tolerated in a free society. Hate, terror, and lawlessness are not the American way. I trust you will give consideration to my remarks and not dismiss them as the typical of the traditional age-old lament about the moral climate of one's native land. We are courting disaster if we do not soon take some positive action against the growing moral deterioration in this land. It is a grievous trend which is being steadily reflected in the attitude of contempt which many of our people have for the values which make this nation great. Today, patriotism seems to be out of style. When man places himself above the law and bases his decisions on his own selfish interests, he aids the communist's relentless effort to destroy the ideals of our civilization. He contributes heavily to reducing life to the code of the jungle by making it easier for communism to spread its deadly doctrines and its terror and the brutalization of man. What Ignatius Loyola taught, communism seeks to destroy. The man who has no objective values by which he judges his actions, who allows his passions to run wild, unchecked by a moral standard of what is right, that man is surely risking the loss of his immortal soul. Faith in man cannot exist without faith in God. Faith in God takes root and grows strong only when it is expressed in service and good works. It seems we are never converted in mass to any genuine reform in society, science, religion, morals, or government. There must be a beginning, and the time is now. America stands at the crossroads of destiny. It is a common destiny in which we shall all finally stand or fall together. Though we contest with utter vigor for the prevalence of whatever attitudes and policies may possess our souls, we may never forget to remember